In this video, I'm gonna be reviewing the Transparent Labs Whey Protein Isolate. I've used this for 4 or 5 years now, and I figured I should do a formal review on it. Now, I'm gonna rate the protein from 1 to 10 in the taste, the macros of the protein powder, the ingredients, and the mixability, so how well and easily it mixes. The flavor I have here is the vanilla peanut butter, but I'm also going to mention all the other flavors that they offer, which I've tried as well, which ones I like, which ones I dislike. So let's kick it off with the macros. So this vanilla peanut butter, 1 scoop has 28 grams of protein, only 3 carbs, and only 2.5 grams of fat. So across the board, 28 grams of protein in the supplement industry per scoop is on the higher side. It's definitely more than what you'll find in most protein powders, which are usually along the lines of 20 grams or 22 grams. Some have even 25 grams, but there's very few that I've come across that have 28 grams per scoop. And if you're using 2 scoops, it does make a difference. So I'm gonna rate the macros a 9 out of 10. It can't get much better than this. Also, quite honestly, the 2.5 grams of fat and the 3 grams of carbs, even though that's still very low, some of the flavors here have like 0 grams of fat or only 1 gram of carbs. So they're essentially as lean as it can get while still giving you plenty of protein. Now let's rate the taste out of 10. I'm gonna give, so this is actually my favorite flavor of theirs, the vanilla peanut butter. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. So I very much like flavor. The reason I'm not giving it higher than an 8 is because there are protein powders out there, in my opinion, that do taste better. And it does come with a caveat, because I would argue that the macros and the ingredients are not nearly as good as what you find in the Transparent Labs protein. So essentially, a lot of other companies will sacrifice the health part of it, the ingredients, the macros, to make the product taste better, which again is okay, right? Like, there's no right or wrong to this. You go with the product and the type of protein that you like best. I also have in the cabinet the milk chocolate flavor, which is one of my favorites. I'd probably give that one an 8 out of 10 as well. I've had the chocolate peanut butter, again, similarly, probably a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10. I've also had the French vanilla and the mocha, which I think the mocha might be one of the more underrated flavors. That one might be an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10. Now, the 2 flavors that I tried that I didn't love, or I didn't like enough to order again, I should say. First one is the cinnamon French toast. The only reason I didn't love this one is because it has a very specific use case, in my opinion. If you're just taking 1 scoop of the cinnamon French toast flavor, putting it in a shaker bottle with water and drinking it like I typically have my protein, I didn't love how that tasted. And if that's how you also have your protein powder, you're generally gonna wanna keep it as simple as possible with the flavors: chocolate, vanilla, and so on. And in my experience, the fancier you get with the flavors, the less great they taste when you're just putting it in with 10 ounces of water and drinking it from a shaker bottle. That being said, the cinnamon French toast, the way that I found that I actually did really like it is mixing it with my cereal, essentially using it as my cereal milk. So taking a cup of almond milk, putting it in my shaker bottle, using the cinnamon French toast flavor, shaking it up, and then pouring it in my cereal, that tasted excellent. And that's a fine way to use it. And in that case, I would highly recommend it, but that's only if you're gonna be using it in that way every time. The oatmeal chocolate chip cookie flavor was one that I was really looking forward to, but I just didn't love it. I got it once and I pretty much didn't order it again, and I just didn't enjoy that one as much as I thought I was going to. But like I said, generally speaking, the taste is very good and generally about an 8 out of 10. Now let's have a look at the ingredients. So one thing that drew me to the Transparent Labs protein is the very minimal list of ingredients. Some of these protein powders these days, like I said before, like they're trying to make it taste as good as possible. There's a huge laundry list of ingredients. The whole side of the container is ingredients. There's 100 of them listed. What I like about this one is that there's only like 5 ingredients and pretty much know what all of them are. There's grass-fed whey protein isolate, there's peanut flour, there's natural flavors, which in this case is gonna be the vanilla, there's Himalayan salt, and there's some stevia extract for flavor, for sweetener, I should say. And that's it, right? I really like having a protein powder that is only a handful of ingredients. It makes me feel like I'm being a little bit healthy. So for the ingredients, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 because again, I haven't come across too many other protein powders that have that few ingredients on their list. And I've looked at hundreds and hundreds of products and supplements across the industry. Now let's talk about mixability. So I find that this mixes very, very well. And there's a few different ways to mix up your protein powder. The way that I do it, like I said before, I get my shaker bottle, which is right here, put in about 8 to 10 ounces of water in here. I put my 1 scoop right in there, I shake it up, and you know, that's how I drink it because it's the most quick, it's the most convenient way to get in 28 or 56 grams of protein in minutes without cooking anything. So in that regard, I find that it mixes very, very well. I don't know if it's because it is so lean and you know, there's very minimal carbs and fats, there's very minimal ingredients. I'm not sure if that's why, but I find that a good shake for between 15 and 30 seconds, and I have no problems. It's mixed totally fine, even if I'm using 2 scoops, and I'm literally good to go to drink it. Now, what I wouldn't recommend is if you don't have a shaker bottle, first of all, just get one for 10 bucks on Amazon. But if you're trying to like pour the scoop in a regular cup and use a spoon and mix it that way, you're doing it wrong, right? It's gonna take forever with any protein powder. It's just gonna be all chunky. That's not the way to do it. I would use a regular blender if you're making like a smoothie out of it, or I would use a shaker bottle. So for me, the mixability is gonna be a 9 out of 10 as well because I haven't had any issues, even one. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions on the protein or on anything else, leave them in the comments down below. And if you'd like to try this protein with a little bit of a discount, I'll leave my discount code below in the description of the video as well. To be honest, I don't even know if that code will be active and working forever, but as of now and as of making the video, it works and it's good to go. And if you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to my channel because I make new videos and I do product reviews like this every single week. Catch you on the next video, which I'll leave right over here.